How do I know I'm not a hypocrite? So destructive flaws is actually probably a really overwhelming part of this class because it's just so much, and it's things that you hear about all the time, and it can seem disjointed. Okay, 1 minute I'm talking about backbiting, then I'm talking about riyah, showing off. How do I even make these connections? So what we try to do with destructive flaws is we try to trace the root causes of those destructive flaws. What I want from the student is that they start making connections. So how does my backbiting relate to how I see other people in the first place? Do I belittle them? Why do I belittle them? Is it because I think I'm better than them? Why do I think I'm better than them? So by doing that, you just connected backbiting with mockery, with pride, with ujb, which is conceitedness, with focusing too much on your good deeds, not paying attention to your shortcomings, with not minding your own business. So what I want the student to be able to do is to actually make these connections as they're going through these destructive flaws, rather than treating them in isolation. If you read about the symptoms of different diseases, sometimes they all look the same, right? So what is this headache? Your headache can just mean that you haven't slept, or your headache can mean you have like some dangerous terminal illness, right? So when you start to actually connect those things together, then you start to figure out why those things are happening, and you do a better job at dealing with the root causes that are manifesting themselves in diseases of the tongue, or just bad character, or spiritual disease in the form of pride or showing off or whatever it may be. People fear hypocrisy, and you have to impress upon people that it's a good thing that they fear hypocrisy. Because once you stop fearing hypocrisy, you're a hypocrite. Abdullah bin Mas'ud radiallahu anhu said, "Ma aminat nifaq illa munafiq." No one feels safe from hypocrisy except for a total hypocrite. So, one of the things that we talk about is the importance of feeling like you need to do better. The thing is, though, that fear of hypocrisy can't become a paralyzing fear. It needs to become a motivating fear. So people are always afraid, like it's overwhelming. You cover the chapter of muhlikat, and you either look at muhlikat, the destructive flaws, and go, well, I have all of them, so I'm done. Or I have none of them, so I'm okay. And if you think I have none of them, I'm okay, then you have a really big problem with being deluded by your good deeds and not paying attention to your shortcomings. So majority of times people are just overwhelmed with the feeling of despair that, look, this is just too much for me to take in right now.